questions that need answers. See what you have to say about this and check this out.
Phase 4 of the MCU left a celestial-sized chunk of unanswered questions. Aren't you desperate for answers? I am, for real. I'm about to read the Darkhold or break the sacred timeline or something so that I can get answers to these burning questions. What's up with Hulk's son? Scar was introduced at the end of She-Hulk, and it's a cliffhanger that the MCU needs to resolve. I know there's a ton of other big questions to address, like mutant inclusion, Jake Lockley's return, Spider-Man's future, all coming up later in the video, but I had to talk about Hulk first, as it's the one question that sparks a million more tiny questions. Will Hulk get his own solo movie, or his own TV show? Heck, I'd even be okay with a one-off special like Werewolf by Night. I just want more emphasis on the Hulk, because he's a character who's always been sidelined in the MCU. And now that he has a son, do you think this could be leading to a version of World War Hulk? Something where Scar goes a little berserk and it leads to the return of the original Hulk personality? I hope so. How has the Darkhold changed Doctor Strange? Multiverse of Madness clearly establishes that whoever uses the Darkhold gets corrupted. It happened with Wanda, it happened with the other universe Doctor Strange, so what about our Strange? He read the book, the movie ended with him freaking out and growing a little third eye, but then the mid-credit reveal made it seem like he was perfectly fine. You don't think that's it, right? I hope it isn't. I want to see something like how it's revealed that Doctor Strange hit that big CBR subscribe button or something, and that's what caused him to expel the darkness within him. Hey, come to think of it, you should give that a try too. But seriously, in the next movie, I need an answer on how Strange either overcame the corruption or how the corruption has changed the character going forward. Where is White Vision? White Vision, who had recently absorbed all the memories of the fake Vision, flew off to grapple with his programming or something at the end of WandaVision. And then he was completely absent in Multiverse of Madness, which was just so weird, given Wanda's connection with the character. Is there a better reason that he was gone other than Paul Bettany was busy filming another movie? Could White Vision do something radical and rescue Wanda? He's a powerful hero and he can't just disappear. What are the 10 rings calling to? The end of Shang-Chi established that the rings were calling out to something ancient and never seen before. Everyone was stumped. What could this lead to? Were they calling McLuhan's? Is Fin Fang Foom asleep somewhere in the universe and about to cause dragon trouble? Could the rings be calling to something more cosmic like Galactus or the Celestials? Could this lead to the rings developing individual powers that Shang-Chi has to master like in the comics? How will the MCU handle mutants? It seems like with the introduction of Miss Marvel and Namor, the MCU is just going to go with the, yeah, they've been here forever, you just haven't seen them explanation. And I think that's both good and bad. I mean, I think it's going to be hard to hand-wave away the question of where the mutants have been all this time, and I would have much preferred that they were on a separate Earth. I know that we already have plenty of characters, but man, do you think that mutant should be introduced fully in Phase 5 or Phase 6? Will Jake Lockley and Moon Knight return? Moon Knight ended with a brutal tease. Turns out Jake Lockley was a fully formed personality that was now doing the bidding of Khonshu. That can't be it, right? Are we gonna get a Moon Knight Season 2, or will Moon Knight pop up again in a different project? Perhaps as more of an antagonist, thanks to Jake Lockley having seemingly a pretty firm grasp on the joystick of Mark Spector's mind? Will Tiamat matter? There's a giant celestial sticking out of the earth, and nobody in Phase 4 seemed to care that much. But this is a huge deal for all of humanity. It should fundamentally change the way mankind thinks and should lead to some interesting developments. There's rumors that Tiamat will be transformed into Genosha, or that Tiamat will be where adamantium comes from. And while these are just rumors, it shows that people really want Tiamat to be a focal point. I mean, if you found out that the Earth was just a giant egg and was seconds away from hatching, that'd be a big deal, right? Will we see the Eternals again? Out of all the divisive movies of Phase 4, it seems like Eternals was the most divisive of the divisive, meaning it's king divisive. And while I liked that movie just fine compared to most of Phase 4, I wonder how Marvel will react. Do you think they'll panic and just shuffle off the Eternals to the background for the foreseeable future? Maybe with 1 or 2 appearances from like Druig or Kingo down the line? Or will the MCU actively work on making them a focal point and cornerstone for the franchise going forward? Tough choice. When is Doom showing up? Doom is probably the villain fans are asking for the most. That's because I'm sure you and I agree that if done right, Doom could be one of the best big bads for the entire MCU and for this Kang Dynasty arc. We have no idea how Secret Wars is going to play out, but comic fans know that Doom is a huge part of that storyline and is the actual villain. Will he usurp Kang in Kang Dynasty? Will he work with him? Will he be excluded entirely? What is Spider-Man's future? There's a huge question mark hanging over Spidey's head now, but it's an incredibly exciting one. After years of people liking this Spider-Man, but being a little bummed he wasn't more like comic book Peter Parker, the MCU reset everything and basically turned him into the true comic accurate web slinger. And now, where does this point to? I'm hoping for a street-level adventure for Spider-Man 4. But what do you want? Another huge multiverse adventure or a smaller scale street-level story? The great thing about Spidey is that both work. Hey, She-Hulk, can you bust through Disney Plus again to ask Kevin to get a move on with these answers? We're all desperate here. Anyways, let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching CBR.
That's why I like this video. Enjoy it more. If you like this video, let's see you guys. Bye.